Welcome back to the New York Sports Exchange, episode number 179, and we have our NBA free agency and NHL free agency recap. A lot of trades were made, a lot of signings were made. Our team's doing a lot of things in both ways, both leagues.
I'm enjoying
Knicks got some good guys. Knicks hire a head coach. We have
biggest
a coach now. It's Mike Brown.
The biggest move of all.
That's probably the biggest move of all. Absolutely. What else do we have?
NHL draft came by. Islanders.
Yes.
Hell of an offseason so far for the New York Islanders.
Yes.
If you're an Islanders fan, the future looks so bright. So
Vladislav Gavrikov is a New York Ranger. Probably the best defensive pairing that Adam Fox has had in a while.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yes. That took a pay cut too. Like this is what is start? Keandre Miller.
We're trending, Stan.
Yeah, we're going up. We're trending up. Keandre Miller. Traded to the Carolina Hurricanes. He signs an extension. Rangers get a first, a second, and Scott Morrow. Love that trade. Love that kid, by the way.
I would love it too, especially because you don't like Keandre Miller.
You don't. Yes, that is true. Then Subway Series. Mets take 2 out of 3 from the Yankees. Yankees in their annual summer slump. Mets.
Kind of
getting out of it. You played the Yankees.
The pitching is still it's spotty. I mean,
it's
got 15 guys in the IL stand, 12 of them pitchers, 6 of them starters. We got to figure some things out.
We're gonna dive into some baseball. All-star teams were made. Deadline coming up soon, coming up this month. We'll talk about who the Yankees and Mets should go here towards shifting their focus towards for the late summer. Okay. So we're just going to dive into it right away. When we left last episode, Kevin Durant was traded to the Houston Rockets. That trade was just completed. It was actually a 7-team trade.
Largest trade in history.
Definitely the dullest 7-team trade I think I've ever seen in my life.
Brooklyn just getting a random 2 second-round picks.
Yes. It's the most Brooklyn thing ever. NBA draft also happened. I just feel like that we're way too far past that. So, I mean... It's all good.
Everyone kind of went where you kind of expected them to go.
Fuck you, Tim, for getting Tyrese Proctor. That made me very mad.
I'm a little confused now. We got a lot of guards. I don't really know where he fits in. So
yes, that is also true. All right, so let's get it started. So every trade and signing past the Kevin Durant trade, we will discuss rapid fire. Let's get it started. The Portland Trailblazers get Drew Holiday and send Anthony Simons and 2 second-round picks to the Celtics.
They got him back, Stan. They got their guy back.
Yeah, they got him back. For those that don't remember, this is where this was where Drew Holiday went in the Dame Lillard trade, refused to play for Portland, and then was sent to Boston. Is Drew Holiday cooked? Is my question for you. Because this year for the Celtics, I mean, there's still like some value there, I think, and.
Not as like a top guy though, like he's
not as a formidable player, yeah. But I just think that the Celtics just couldn't keep him around, and we'll stick with that Porzingis trade as well because the whole second apron thing, which I think is the dumbest thing in sports, by the way. But we've already discussed that. Anthony Simons, actually, hats off to the Celtics because honestly, getting draft capital for a guy that everyone knew that you were going to move him, getting draft capital. I know it's 2 second-round picks, but it's still. It's Portland. Yeah. You could take anything at this point.
Some value.
Giving up Simons could be getting Simons could be good. You have him jack up a couple of threes, a lot of threes a game. I mean, that was the mantra for the Celtics for this past year. We saw what happened. The shots weren't really falling. But hey, if the team sucks, Simons hitting threes, you could possibly move him at the deadline. Like, there's no Tatum, no Porzingis, no.
And the East is weak. We don't even know what the
East is very weak. Yeah, that is very true. They clearly have a gap year coming up and could possibly move them at the deadline for more draft capital if the season doesn't go well. And then now if best case scenario for that is you suck, but you have a bunch of draft capital with Jason Tatum coming back. There is light at the end of the tunnel for Celtics fans. Absolutely.
A little bit of an off.
Yes, it is. Okay, next trade. CJ McCollum. Going to the Washington Wizards. The Wizards get C.J. McCollum and Kelly Olynyk. Pelicans get Jordan Poole, Sadiq Bey, and the number 40 pick in the NBA draft, which ended up being Micah Peavy out of Georgetown. This is a good trade for Washington. I love what Washington's building right now because they just got Cam Whitmore. They have a lot of young guys. They drafted Trey Johnson, who I think if he can learn under C.J. McCollum, that's big. They have a great young core. along with some great veterans as well. And I really like what I'm loving what the Wizards are building. I know that we said
they're
that,
not making the playoffs, but
they're not making the playoffs, but it's a good start. It's a good start for a team that
they're trending.
They're trending up. For the Pelicans, is it crazy to say that Sadiq Bey is the best player in that return?
No, especially for what they do. I just like Poole is going to be their number one option. No, so it's how does he adjust his game from what he's been used to for the past few years? Because
also,
if you've watched him play, Stan, like he's a chucker. He's not an all-star.
Yes,
he's a chucker.
But let's get to what the Pelicans did in the draft. Because oh my God, what are they doing? So you draft Jeremiah Fears, who's a pretty undersized for the NBA. He's quick. Like I like the player, but like, does he fit in today's NBA? We'll see. You then trade up your unprotected first-round pick. You trade away your unprotected first-round pick in 2026 to Atlanta, who's gonna be good. And again, we'll get to the Atlanta trade. Who's gonna be very good. You get Derek Queen, and you're like, it's almost like, okay, what's his position? Is he's too small to be a 4, or sorry, he's too big to be a 4. He's too small to be a 5. And you also have Zion Williamson as well. Where does he come and play with this? I don't know. What are you doing? And now you add on Jordan Poole.
They're confusing.
Yeah, they're probably, and also the Western Conference is stacked, so I feel like you want to keep that draft pick in case you suck.
I think they're in sort of a spot now, kind of. I don't want to say like Phoenix because they weren't a championship caliber team, but they're trying. They're really just trying to be a competitive team. I think because
they are
been a
trying.
while.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. God, I don't know, but that was oof.
It just doesn't make sense. Like from long term standpoint, doesn't make sense. Short term standpoint, also kind of doesn't make sense. So
also doesn't make sense. I don't know. All right, next trade. A 3-team trade. The Hawks get Kristaps Porzingis and a second-round pick. The Nets get Terrence Mann and the 22nd pick in the draft, which I believe ended up being Danny Wolf or Ben Suraf, one or the other. And the Celtics get George Niang and a second-round pick. Let's start with the Celtics. George Niang is your Jason Tatum replacement for the time being.
Bang, Niang. He might have a good year.
Three-point shooter.
There you go.
That fits the Missoula mold. Three-point shooter. Nets, I like the Danny. What were the Nets doing this draft?
We can start right now. They make this trade, but Jesus Christ, could they have a worse offseason from a team that's already so bad?
Yeah.
It's like, wow, we screwed this up too. Like, I mean, you had analysts
four second-round picks.
You had analysts saying
four first-round picks. Sorry.
No, they are pretty much second-round picks for the guys they got because you had analysts out here saying that the guys they were starting last year to tank for these picks are probably better players than the guys they just drafted. So I'm not really sure what they kind of see. I don't know, but
I don't know.
Figure it out, Brooklyn. Would you take 4 guards? What are we doing?
Yeah, and then the Hawks, their potential starting 5 now: Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Reece Shea, Jalen Johnson, who probably was going to win Most Improved Player if he did not get hurt, along with Kristaps Porzingis. You also get guys. Let's just start talking about the Hawks now. You also get guys like Luke Kennard. You get, oh my God, who is it? I'm blanking. You got Luke Kennard and 22 ended up being Drake Powell for Brooklyn. I apologize for that. Oh my God, who did they get?
What pick?
No, who did the Hawks sign? They signed Jaden McDaniels. They got Jaden McDaniels as well. So, or no, not Jaden McDaniels. Fuck, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind here. Because they all sound the same to me. Like elite 3-point shooter on the Timberwolves. They got it. Fills a role. Hawks are scary. Hawks are very, very scary. And
Kristaps stays healthy.
If Kristaps stays healthy, and also like if Kristaps doesn't stay healthy, you also have Onyeka Okongwu who looked pretty good. He looked very good.
Again, banged up the East. We'll see what they can do. I don't know. I'm still not a Hawks believer.
Yes.
Though. You're never going to catch me being like, well, this seems like a semifinals type team. No.
But with how bad the East is, they're at least a top 4 team, I think.
I'll give them top 5.
At least.
I think the Magic beat them. If you give them Magic in a 7-game series, I'm taking the
Magic.
Maybe.
Okay, let's get to the next trade or signing. Fred VanVleet signs a 2-year, $50 million extension with the Rockets. Solid contract. I think that's the veteran presence that they needed. There's your point guard championship experience. Gets to play with Kevin Durant. Awesome. Let's go to next up. Sorry, we're like all over the place here. Just so many moves in such a short amount of time, and not enough
minuscule ones. A lot of
minuscule moments here. Also, Masai Ujiri being out of Toronto. Future's pretty bleak there, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like their roster at all, and like the guys they want to keep, I don't understand. I don't understand why they want to move RJ Barrett so bad.
Yeah. Next trade. Cavs get Lonzo Ball for Isaac Okoro. This is where, like, the Tyrese Proctor pick, and they're like, Tyrese Proctor is definitely going to get a roster spot. And then Ty Jerome leaves for Memphis, and then now you get Lonzo Ball. I guess he's the new Ty Jerome now.
If he's healthy.
If he's healthy, but also Jerry Reinsdorf is playing. I think he's, like, organizing this. I think he's just hitting Trade Finder, and he's just like, you know what? Like, I like Isaac Okoro. Like,
let me
take him. Let me take Isaac Okoro, even though I already have Patrick Williams. Like, that's just kind of disgusting.
For me, again, that doesn't really make much sense for Chicago. I love Isaac Okoro. Great wing defender. Can shoot sometimes, but, like, what
not
you're doing,
really.
Exactly.
Not really.
So it's like, I don't really know what you're giving up here. And a healthy Lonzo's an all-star. Let's not forget that. He's one of the most efficient point guards in the league when he's healthy.
When healthy, yes, but I wouldn't say all-star.
All-star
Fringe
caliber.
all-star. All-star, yeah.
He's very efficient when he's healthy.
Since June of 2024, the Bulls have traded Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Alex Caruso, and Lonzo Ball. Well, they have received Josh Giddey, Kevin Huerter, Zach Collins, Isaac Okoro, Trey Jones, Chris Duarte. They got their own first-round pick back in the LaVine-Fox, or they were a part of that LaVine-Fox trade. 2 second-round picks in cash. That's bad.
Just really bad. Mismanagement of assets. Really bad.
Yeah. Worst owner in sports. Like, without a doubt, the worst owner in sports. This one made me lull. Malik Beasley is under investigation by the district attorney's office on allegation of gambling related to NBA games and prop. This sucks just because Malik Beasley was going to get fucking paid this summer. And now I don't think he's getting paid at all. I think he's looking at federal fucking prison.
We'll see. I mean, yeah, maybe the Knicks grab him on a cheap contract. I wouldn't mind him coming off the bench for the Knicks.
Hey, we got a roster spot open. Just saying.
Pull with Jerry Jones, dude. If he gets cleared, it's all you.
Exactly. T-Wolves. They extend Naz Reid. They extend Julius Randle.
They will.
This is
consistently be the same team they've been for the past 3 years.
I don't like
in a stacked Western Conference.
I will say though,
they don't move me.
They made the conference final, Tim. That's got to go for something.
Don't move me. There's like 4 other teams. There's like 4
conference final
teams.
2 years in a row. Conference final 2 years in a row.
So did the Suns. Did the Suns win anything? No, Suns didn't win shit.
All right, but still.
I'm just saying.
Still, though.
The team, there's so many other teams in the Western Conference that I would pick over them, especially matchup-wise if they matched up against them, that I would take in a 7-game series to make the NBA Finals. I'm just saying.
I will say, though, Naz Reid at $125 million is a steal. For a guy like him, absolutely. Randall, there was a little bit of drama there, but they were able to figure their way out.
He just got paid, Stan. You know what happens when he gets paid. You know what happens.
I've learned that the hard way. Absolutely. Let's see. James Harden staying with the Clippers 2 years, $81.5 million. I think that's a perfect deal.
Loved it.
Perfect deal. Perfect James Harden.
I really like the Clippers. I really do like the Clippers in the Western Conference.
Dare I say, and they just made a trade today. They traded for John Collins. I like it better for the Clippers than I do for the Heat. Although Norman Powell was like a fringe all-star player this past year, I think with smaller guys, they can't defend, and they got bigger. John Collins can hit the 3. Good player for Harden. Driving to the basket. You have an option of Kawhi or
Harden back to what he used to be.
Collins.
He really seems to be settling in LA.
Maybe. Lakers lose Dorian Finney-Smith to the Rockets. I love this for the Rockets. I think that they're loaded with defenders now. They have the perfect mesh of just like young guys, experienced veterans, and great defenders. The Capella signing, I love him as a backup to Shea.
Kevin Durant,
elite scorers. If you are a Houston sports fan right now, Houston stand up. You know what? Houston stand up. Astros look pretty good, leading the division by a lot. The Rockets look incredible. The Texans have a great team. Let's all be honest.
And who knows? They keep talking about it. Next hockey team might be in fucking
Houston.
Hockey
team might be in Houston. Yeah, but and we can talk about it from the Lakers' point of view here. This was a horrible offseason for the Lakers with what they were planning to do. Because,
they really hope Bronny's going to be something.
It felt like it was going to be, okay, let's re-sign Dorian Finney-Smith, and then we'll go get a center. And then you end up with LaRavia, who, in all honesty, I think they were going to end up with anyway, but I don't think that they wanted him to have the role that he's going to have. And then you get DeAndre Ayton, who was bought out by the Blazers, and then they go get him. I saw a tweet, and it basically said, this is probably one of the funniest tweets this offseason. DeAndre Ayton is basically, if you went into a lab and designed a player that JJ Redick would just fucking hate. And it's DeAndre Ayton.
He doesn't
This
fit
might
what they're
be
trying-
no, he doesn't, and just like the lack of hustle, like I don't know.
No defense, no hustle.
Yeah.
He's not a great scorer anymore. I mean, like I just
Not
don't
good,
know.
not good, not good at all. Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr., 5 years, $240 million. We remember the Desmond Bain trade. What was it like? Okay, we got to pay. We can't pay.
We can
What
keep one of them.
we can keep two of them.
Yeah.
And then not pay one of them. They decided not to pay Bain. Or were they going to blow it up? It seems like they're going to keep it as is. They re-signed Jaren Jackson Jr. They re-signed Santi Aldama. They signed Ty Jerome. I think I love that signing. I'm sorry, Tim, that he had to go, but I really love that signing for the Grizzlies.
He did his job with the Cavs. I don't think he was really gonna. Well, he was gonna get money somewhere else, and I just didn't think it was the right fit to keep him, especially the way we.
Yes. D'Angelo Russell, Dallas Maverick. Yeesh.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess Kyrie's out, so give it a shot. But
yeah, give it a shot until Kyrie comes back. But oof, damn. We'll see. They got bigger. I would say D'Lo's a bigger
deloading.
point guard. Yeah, deloading. Yeah, ice in his veins. One of my favorite trades. This is definitely one of my favorite trades of this offseason. The Brooklyn Nets get Michael Porter and an unprotected 2032 first-round pick for Cam Johnson. If you're the Nuggets, you get a better and cheaper option. And the pick that you gave up, it's whatever. It's 2032.
If you're a Nets fan, again, I don't know. I don't really.
If you're a Net fan,
what are you doing? I don't get it. A guy who doesn't play, I mean, he's barely healthy, and then
it's a very meh move for me because like it fits the Cam Thomas mold because it's like okay, like you have like a natural scorer, and I could see why you drafted those guys because now it's like okay, you have like 3 pass first guys, and then now you could just dump them off to Cam Thomas and Michael Porter Jr.
What are you,
But
the Wizards? I mean, what?
Yeah.
Like...
There were times where I was watching Michael Porter Jr. in that Clippers series. It was like, does Michael Porter Jr. love playing basketball? Like, does he have the love for the game?
No.
Like,
he likes making money.
It was bad. It was so bad and disgusting. I don't know. We'll see. I think that, I don't know. You basically traded for each other. I think Cam Johnson had identical stats to Michael
Cheaper,
Porter Jr.
better.
this past season.
I mean, like, I don't
also,
know. Younger. What do you, I don't know.
I love what the Nuggets have done this offseason. Like, I think that, and let's be honest, I think that the roster that Jokic had last year was not a good roster. And they were still able to push OKC to 7.
They won that series. They were going to win the finals.
Which was a miracle beyond itself. I really like it. Like it a lot. Luke Cornett. Actually, no. Actually, yes. Nuggets also got Bruce Brown, Valanciunas, Dario Saric. Although the Valanciunas thing, he may be going to Europe, even though...
they said he's going to have to honor that contract.
They're going to honor the contract? All right. Luke Cornett, 4 years, $41 million to the San Antonio Spurs. It would be the funniest thing ever if they played him and Wemby on the floor at the same time. That'd be awesome. That'd be hilarious minutes.
Why not?
41 million though? 41 million?
Listen, I'm not in the front office. It's not me. I wouldn't have done that, but what
yes.
do you do?
Whatever. Karis LeVert, 2 years, $29 million to the Detroit Pistons. This is the Malik Beasley. This is the Beasley replacement.
Poor shooter, but he gets hot. He gets
hot.
Stop him. You can't stop
absolutely. Him. Yep. Brooke Lopez signs a 2-year, $18 million deal with the Clippers. This is interesting. Because I don't know, like I just
that damn floor. I fucking
they could space.
Clippers, Dan.
I do.
Really
yeah. Sorry, I lost my train of thought because I was thinking Zubac for a minute, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, Zubac can't shoot. Brooke Lopez allows them to space the floor. Now you can have a lineup of like Harden. Who's going to be at the 2?
I don't know. Who cares?
Like Collins, Kawhi, Batum, and Zubac/Lopez. Like they brought Batum back.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. There's some time till maybe they'll fill that role. There's still some offseason left, but
Luka Garza. The Celtics have found their Kristaps Porzingis replacement, and it is former Wooden Award winner Luka Garza. Spent time riding back and forth in the 2-way with Minnesota. I think it's a guy that big man that can shoot threes.
Why not?
Why not? That's really all it is. Tyus Jones to the Magic. It's a good backup point guard option. Him and Banchero are together. 2 Duke guys. Love to see it.
Maybe some chemistry.
Maybe some chemistry there. The brotherhood never dies. Here we go. Jordan Clarkson clears waivers, signs with the Knicks. I think that's the best move that they could have made. Like really, and it was all. And this was before the Mike Brown hire, and it really should. There was a stat that I saw. Elite bench scorer, most points in the 2020s off the bench. Jordan Clarkson. And by a very wide margin as well. Him and Josh Hart, there is some chemistry there. They played on the Lakers together, so that's good to see. Got some guys. Let's see. Next one. Shea gets the Supermax. I don't understand it. I'm sorry. I do understand it. I mean, it's the reigning MVP. It's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. But you have to pay Chet and you have to pay J-Dub. I don't know where that falls with that second apron. It seems like one of them might be on the move. What do you think? Yeah, you're like kind of frozen right now. This is low-key insane. Wait, awesome. Back on it. Okay, what is this? What is this show without technical difficulties? But anyway, SGA gets the Supermax. I understand it's a move that you have to make, but you have to pay Chet. You have to pay J-Dub.
Pay a lot of gas.
With the second apron, I don't know how that's going to work. But anyway, I digress. And then the other big one for the Knicks. Guerschon, Yabusele, 2 years, $12 million. Actually, $12 million. And then turns out with the taxes, I think he's going to be making $5 million a year. But I love this. I loved him in the Olympics. I was pissed when Philly got him. I think it's our bench is elite now. Like, our bench is so elite to him, it's ridiculous.
Dude, what the hell?
Again? Yeah, so the Knicks get Guerschon, Yabusele. Our bench is elite now, especially now with Mike Brown.
That's what you needed.
Bench is great. This is what we fucking needed, man. We have a bench. Like, I'm just so excited for
Crazy
having a
that's
fucking
what you're
bench.
celebrating. It's so funny that's what to
insane.
celebrate now. Like, yeah,
I
that's all
know.
you needed last year.
I know. That's all we needed. And, like, a competent coach to make adjustments. Like, to, ditch the drop coverage. Like, that's all we had
It's
to
going to
do.
be a new team.
Yeah, I can't wait. Next up, Myles Turner, Milwaukee Buck. This is the biggest one.
You're a Pacers
This sucks
fan.
if you're the Pacers.
You're sick.
Although the J Huff edition I like. Because I think that's just like a Walmart Myles Turner.
But this is your biggest. I mean, this is like one of your bigger rivals, dude. You're losing it out to them. Really, you want to go play for them?
That's also true. And I just find it like also funny how like there were years and years and years and years of Myles Turner trade rumors, and he stayed. And then they go to the finals, and he's a free agent, and everyone's like, okay, like he's gonna stay, and then he immediately left.
I'm out of here.
Like there is some continuity. He's just like, I'm out of here. He took the money. Although the offers that Indiana was giving him were pretty shit.
They tried to.
Like they were
not respecting, especially what he just did and where they got to.
Oh yeah, but I know what he just did. But like in the finals, man, there was a point, and it was like, oh my god, when was the last time Myles Turner hit a three?
I know. But he got him there,
like,
and your star now, Halliburton's out for the whole year. You're like, all right, maybe we just keep some security here and some comfort. But no, he's out of here.
Yeah. And then in order to create cap space, the Bucks waive Dame. They're stretching it for 5 years. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I just don't get this. You're stretching that guy's contract for Myles Turner.
I know, and is it really like?
I don't understand.
Is that what's going to keep Giannis? Is that what it is? Like you need him, or else he's gone. Like, I don't understand. And he was upset that they waived Dame, so I don't know what the front office was thinking. Maybe they were sort of like, "Holy shit, we have to do something," or we're done. Sort of like a Vancouver Canucks situation, where they're like, we're gonna lose Quinn Hughes, so I might as well just go for it.
Yeah, but we'll see. I also just noticed before that I said that the Nuggets got Dario Saric. No, they didn't. I lied. I apologize. They traded Dario Saric to get Valanciunas.
There you go.
I apologize for that. What team is he going to go to, you think? Dame. Like, is like the Dame to the Heat prophecy finally going to be fulfilled?
Maybe. I mean, at this point, they'll take anyone, but I don't know.
Yeah, at this rate, who knows? Also, I do like the Nuggets getting Tim Hardaway Jr. as well on veteran minimums. Like, this bench is going to be good.
They just need to bolster it up.
Very good, and I can't wait. Yeah. Jakob Poeltl, 4 years, $104 million, staying with the Raptors. This is the guy that they didn't want to trade for Kevin Durant. And now, like, you already paid Poeltl. Are you going to pay Barnes is good, but, like, I don't think he's that good. You also have to pay Ingram and Quickly and Barrett. Like, this is just a disaster.
Yeah,
it's just a clusterfuck
they won that championship and everything just fell off the rails. Like,
yeah,
they can't figure it out.
Yeah, I don't understand. Duncan Robinson in a sign-and trade. Pistons get Duncan Robinson as well as a 3-year, $48 million contract. He gets Simone Fontenecchio. I love this for the Pistons. I think that Duncan Robinson is the three-point shooter that they
needed.
The
Heat?
It's going to be
for the Heat.
For the Heat.
What is Miami? What is Miami now to you? Like, what are they? Because they still have Bam. So like,
I like the Norman Powell edition. I said it before. Like, it's a fringe all-star player. Like, it's a good.
I don't know.
It'll be the 10 seed. 10 seed. That's what I think. So, any others that I'm thinking?
Went through a lot.
We did go through. That was
30
like
minutes
pretty like rapid.
And that was rapid fire.
Yeah, that was very rapid fire. Let's talk about Mike Brown going to the Knicks. I love it. I said before in the video, home run higher to make. It's not an upgrade. It's not necessarily a downgrade. I just think it's a change in philosophy.
And that's what you needed. You didn't need anything. You didn't need.
It's exactly.
You
what
didn't need anything special.
I
You just needed a different point of view.
Yeah, we just needed a different point of view. I think that it's going to be much more structured. Because I think that what people didn't realize about Tibbs was, like, the offseason workouts and the preseason was brutal, but, like, once you got to the regular season, they barely even practiced at all. Like, there wasn't really, like, a practice. And that's why he played the guys so much, because it was, you didn't have a practice, so it's like, okay, they're rested. And
that was the philosophy, is we're not going to practice, but we're going to play you 48 minutes every night.
Yeah, whatever. And then Mike Brown, it's a complete 180. They practice a lot. We know the video of him just cursing out everyone on the Kings. That was incredible. And then, he's known to playing a lot of guys. And I like the experience he's been under. Top assistant under Steve Kerr with Golden State. Top assistant under Pop at San Antonio. And to the people saying that, like, we had LeBron and had LeBron James and lost in the finals in 5 games. Look at the team around him. And then you're like, oh, well, if the team sucked, then it's his fault. It's not his fault. Blame Gilbert in the front office.
It goes up. Then it's the GM's fault. You gotta blame the higher ups.
It's the GM's fault. Like, I don't know. People just find a way to complain.
I like the hiring. I think it's a good move for the Knicks.
Yes, I think it's a great move. Outstanding move. Okay, let's go to the NHL. Should we start with our teams and then just go around the league?
Yeah, I mean, we still got baseball to talk about. So if we do all of the NHL, we'll be here for 4 hours. But talking about all the moves in the NHL, there's a million AHL moves we could talk about. I don't want to do that either.
Yeah. Okay, let's start with the Rangers. They signed Vladislav Gavrikov. I believe is an 8-year, $7.5 million. It's $7.5 million. I don't know if it's.
I think it might be 7.5. Let me see.
Let's see. I remember texting you about it, and
7.
Oh yeah, 7. 7 years, $7 million per. This is the. I think this is one of the. I think Chris Jury cooked this fucking offseason. Like, this is great. They traded guys that needed to be traded. We knew that was going to happen. Happened with Kreider, happened with Miller. We'll get with the Miller trade. I think that this is the best pairing that Adam Fox has had throughout his Rangers
defensively
tenure.
Especially.
And defensively, yes. And we have seen what Adam Fox does. Like, he got Ryan Lindgren paid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he got Ryan, like, he should not have warranted $4.5 million, and Seattle was just too stupid to give it to him. I love the addition of Gavrikov. I like what we're doing. Like, we still have the core guys. Am I expecting, like, a big year? No. I'm not really.
Well, the Metro's
kind of out there.
So I don't know.
The Metro's very. I like the Radish edition. We just made the Justin Dowling signing official.
You didn't need to do anything so crazy.
We didn't.
You kind of jumped to last year. I understand the JT Miller trade. Yeah, it worked out. And there's been some situations where 17 games into the season, you're like, well, everyone's available. No one's safe. So, like, I don't think you need to do that again. But you're plugging and filling. You're getting the right guys. I keep saying it, but they're trending. I hate to say the Rangers. The Rangers are looking good.
They're trying. I think Elliot Freeman said it best, where the big win this offseason for the Rangers is that there's, like, no drama at all.
Fresh
like,
start.
Last year, it was just, like, all drama, with the Gaudreau thing and then with Trouba. So I think that we're trending in the right direction. I don't want to get, like, too ahead of myself where it's like, we'll see. I like the coaching staff. I think Mike Sullivan, I said it before, Mike Sullivan's a great hire. We'll see. We shall see. I like it a lot.
Fresh faces.
Now let's get to the Keandre Miller trade. Rangers trade Keandre Miller to the Hurricanes. They immediately signed him for 7 years.
They did a video.
How much?
It was like 8.5
total.
8.5. I don't know. But they had. So there's a video of their front office making the trade. You're like, this guy's elite. Like,
I saw this.
This is what we need.
Oh yeah.
How many times have they been wrong? So let's see how this one works out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, how many times have they been wrong? Yes. I love the return for the trade. We get the first round pick. We get the second round pick, and then we get Scott Morrow, who I'm not expecting to be a big player this year. But
down the line,
eventually, down the line, he's going to be fucking good. And I know, and a lot of people are saying, like, well, you saw him in the playoffs against Florida. I'm like, yeah, like, you're fucking 20 years old, get thrown in against the fucking best team in hockey.
What do you think's going to happen?
Yeah, you're going to get bullied.
Especially probably one of the most physical teams in the sport. Yeah, of course that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. And I wouldn't mind him starting down in Hartford, as well as Perreault, if I'm being honest. I wouldn't mind if Perreault starts the year in Hartford. Yeah, I'm not rushing him. I kind of want to wait till next year.
Why not? I mean, you get to, and the thing is too, like, because they're really, for your Ranger fan, like, after last season, the expectations aren't crazy this year. So say things do go they all work out and you're great, and he goes back, you could still bring him over when his season's done. You know what I mean? Like, if you went back to school and you're like, all right, you want it now, you're finished, come and join us. We're going to the playoffs.
Well, he signed the contract already.
Oh,
he can't go back.
All right, you're right. So on the entry. Yeah, so I mean, send him to Hartford. You can just call him whenever you want. He's on a two-way. So
yeah. Also, so they got their three. The Rangers got their three things done. They signed Gavrikov. They traded Keandre Miller, and they extended Will Cooley. I think it just comes down to this. They just had to do it. They had to do it. He was your shining star in such a shitty year. He was the light at the end of the tunnel. He's really blossomed into possibly a top 6 player. And that's all I have to say about that. Like, you just had to do it.
So there's certain moves you have to do, especially for fan base. Also, you got to understand, like, some of these moves are made with, fan base intention in mind, obviously, because you're thinking about ticket sales and whatnot. Now, I'm not saying it was a bad move, but I'm just saying it's something that had to be done.
Yeah. And now what's getting brought up now, do we let Panarin walk?
Well, how much is he going to want? Because now you see what Marner got. You're seeing some of these contracts, and the cap's going up. So it's really a matter of what does he want. And if you can get it done during the year, great. If you can't, it gets to the offseason, then it's like, all right, I don't know what we should do here now.
I'll be honest. I can live with him going.
I probably would agree with you, too. I think it's ran its course a little bit.
I can live with him going. And just because this free agency class is just so stacked to the point
McDavid.
where it's
you just want McDavid.
Yes, of course I want McDavid. Who doesn't want Connor McDavid on their team?
I know, but as a Ranger fan, I know there's some part in your mind where you're like, well, Gretzky did this. I know we can get him.
Yeah, he's following the Gretzky agenda. Like, of course. Tim, if I were if the Islanders were in that same position, you would absolutely go for it.
Obviously. I just know we don't have a chance, but I know some part of you, little part of you is like, we got a shot at this.
Would it put us, it would put us in cap hell, absolutely.
You'd be paying him $21 million, but you'd be probably one of the best teams in the league.
It's Connor McDavid. It's Connor fucking McDavid. Oh my God, can you imagine? Now you have me thinking.
I'm just saying, I know that little part of you is just like, we got a shot at this. Might as well give it a chance.
There's a chance. There's a true shot here. Holy shit.
Might as well give it a run.
You imagine McDavid, Othman, Perreault.
It'd be some plug and fill young guys, but
McDavid,
who
Perreault.
cares? Yeah, I mean, you'd be a good team. And the cap.
Imagine Gabe Perreault, Connor McDavid.
The cap's going up.
Cap's going up.
You'd have more cap.
Hey, shout out Drew though. He's becoming.
He's going back.
He's
but
becoming he's becoming our top.
He's probably your top defense prospect.
He's
one of.
Yeah, he's our headliner prospect, and hopefully we could at least find a way to get him up there. Do you think he takes the entry level come April?
I don't even know if they give it to him. No, you know what? Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Probably.
It depends on how. But because here's the thing. Let's just say
it's all about how this year goes, though. It's really it's all how his season goes.
Let's say Carson Soucy sucks. And that's that may happen.
Yeah, I mean, if you're if you're giving it a run, and you're like, well, we could bring a guy over, it's like maybe.
Yeah, then here's your top prospect of Drew Fortescue getting
shipped
out.
Did it with
that is also true. But Vancouver wanted Fortescue, and Drury was like, hell no, and he made it work. So we'll see.
A lot of upside to him.
But yeah, definitely a lot of upside to him. Let's go to the Islanders. I like the Jonathan Drouin edition.
They made a lot of fucking moves. So we can go back to what happened first. So draft day or day before, I said they traded Noah Dobson to Montreal for the 16th and 17th pick, along with having the first overall pick. Now, I know Islanders fans, some are still a little upset. Obviously, the intention was to trade those two picks to get Higgins. Clearly, it didn't happen.
Yes.
You got to be happy with what happened on draft night. The first round.
Oh, yeah, you got it. Yeah,
I'll take Matthew Schaefer, clear-cut first overall pick. That was going to happen. Everyone knew that. And I'm so stoked. This kid seems like captain material. He already said he wants to be on Long Island pretty much his whole career. I know it's early, but it's great to hear those things.
Yes.
They get Guerschon at 17. They get Victor Eklund at 16. Two guys that were maybe slotted to go in the top 10. I can't believe they fell that far. So the fact that they got them is immediately boost their prospect pool tenfold. Actually, the guy they got in the third round, funny enough, Daniil Prokhorov, he played in my buddy's men's league game the other night. He's already mobbing around Long Island.
No shit.
He sent me a picture.
My God.
Mad funny. So he's already getting acclimated to Long Island. I love it. And then to the signings. They extended Romanov 8 years, 6.75. I think it was a great deal. He even said, he's like, I did not expect to get that contract. I don't know necessarily if anyone expected him to get that contract, but you trade Dobson. Gives you a ton of stability.
I don't think that's what you want to hear.
I love him. He's 25 years old. You get him for 8 more years. He's only getting to his prime, and he had a great year last year, so I have no problem with it. They bring back Tony DeAngelo on a 1-year deal. Love it. Can run a power play. If he wasn't such a head case, he'd be playing big minutes somewhere else, and you got him for the veterans.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Do not care about that at all. I actually really enjoy that contract signing. David Riddick.
I wouldn't complain.
Yeah, I wouldn't complain either. They bring in David Riddick on a 1-year deal as a backup goaltender. I think Varley might actually be screwed, and I don't know if he's ever going to come back and play. We'll find out, but you give some more stability in the goaltending, position, so
Gosh.
that's nice. They signed Jonathan Drouin to a 2-year deal.
Yes, that's a very nice move.
He's great. He just can never stay healthy. So if he could stay healthy, we have like that's a top 6 forward right there if he's healthy. And I'm all over. I mean, I'm all for that. That's and you needed some power play help. He's a great power play guy. We had the worst power play in the league last year, so I'm all for it. It brings us some speed, fast paced game. Good signing. For now, if he gets hurt and it turns into like a Duclair situation, then I might be scratching my head. But right now, I'm a fan of it. They bring in Ethan Bear,
pretty good move.
1-year deal. They signed Simon Holmstrom to a 2-year deal. They traded for Emil Heineman actually in that Noah Dobson trade. They signed him to a 2-year contract. Maxim Shabanov, the biggest KHL prospect. The Rangers are in on it. It was between the Islanders and the Rangers, and the Islanders signed him to a 1-year entry level. He might be 5'8", but if you watch this kid's highlights, holy shit, is he skilled. So
Are you worried about his size?
A little bit. I can't lie to you. He's 5'8". Okay. But in the newer NHL, it's fast-paced. I mean, he might be able to get around. We'll see. And then the Isles bringing back Mark Gackhome to a 1-year contract. They did a lot. Matthew Darchot's first offseason, I'll give him a round of applause. He did a great job. He was getting his feet wet. First offseason as a true GM, and I think it was super successful. So if you're an Islander fan, get excited. I think this year is going to be good, and I would not be shocked if they made the playoffs. I'm saying that right now. I would not be shocked.
Ooh, okay.
They were a few wins out of it last year, and they were pretty hurt. That's true. So, healthy team. I like it.
That's very true. All right, let's just go over some of the moves that were made really quick, and then we'll get to baseball.
Let's start with Marner. A little bit of tampering, maybe.
Yeah, this is a little bit of soft tampering.
There was going to be tampering if they actually didn't get a trade, so they were going to file tampering if they didn't get anything in return. Such a fucking pussy move by Toronto. Okay. Such a pussy move.
So that's where
that's why you got traded. Yep,
comes along. I think if you let's just take a look at the top 8. Top 8. You have Barbashev, Eichel, Stone, Brandon Saad, Tomas Hertl, Pavel Dorofeev. Thank you.
Power play guy, good scorer.
You could honestly move him down to the third line and move Mitch up to that Hertl Saad line. Riley Smith, William Karlsson, and then Dorofeev. So best top 8 in the league. Like, we know how aggressive Vegas gets. And then now you put Pietrangelo on LTIR.
Yeah, well, actually, I don't know if he's ever coming back.
Yeah, that's also true. But, like, you can make the money work. Like, that's the thing.
They're giving Florida a run for their money right now. Forwards-wise, Florida might still have the edge just from the chemistry, they got going on. But Jack Eichel had his best season ever last year, 94 points. You add Mitch Marner, who I know he's struggling in the playoffs, but the Toronto pressure had to
He's just got to be good. Yeah,
it had to be weighing on him, and he had 100-plus points. So now you have two top. They're going to be fucking good. They're going to be real good. And Edmonton got worse, so I think they're the number 1 team in that division, I would say, right now.
Yeah, Evander Kane gone to Vancouver?
I didn't get it, to be honest with you.
I don't understand it either.
I know you had to sign Bouchard. They signed him at 10.5. I get it, but I don't know. Weakens that front up a little bit.
We'll see. We shall see. John Gibson to the Red Wings. That is a much-needed goalie for the team.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I think he's getting a little older, but with the way that Dylan Larkin expressed his disparities, they didn't make any moves at the trade deadline. I
also think the return for the Ducks was kind of shit.
But I think it was one of those situations where Gibson was like, get me he's been saying it for like 2 years now. He's like, just get me out of here. Please get me out of here. And they finally had to do it. So I understand it. But for the Red Wings, great. You need a goaltender. You got it.
Yes. All right, those fucking sickos did it again. Florida Panthers were able to keep Bennett, Ekblad, and Brad Marchand. Brad Marchand signed for
it's a Kovalchuk deal. It's like an 8-year contract. He's gonna be 44 when it's done.
He's gonna be 42 when the contract's up. He's currently 36. I just don't Florida's immediately the favorite to three-peat. Like that goes without saying.
No question.
But how long until Marchand goes on LTIR? How long?
Well, so I mean they have this new. I don't know what it. Well, your team has to be cap compliant. Your playoff roster now is cap compliant. So they have all these new restrictions coming in from the PA. I think that'll definitely weigh into it a little bit. Maybe a buyout, but this team for the next 5 years is gonna be a real fucking pain in the ass. I know. Even if he loses a step, Marchand, fine. The rest of these guys, you still got what? I mean, Bennett, Kachuk, Ekblad, Barkov.
Reinhardt.
They're loaded. And then they got
Reinhardt had 4 goals in a Stanley Cup clincher.
Their best prospect, Spencer Knight. I mean, he's a goal. Once Bobrovsky's out the door, you got another guy coming in who's elite.
Yeah, you got a great goalie. Yeah. Is that really all I got here? I mean, the Penguins are probably the best suitor to sell,
Yeah, well,
which I like. It seems like Erik Karlsson's on his way out.
it's been for a while. I know it's Malkin's last year, so it's going to be interesting. I don't know. We'll see when it comes to trade deadline, but if as of right now, if you're Vegas is the big winner to me because I understand you can hate on Mitch Marner all you want.
I mean, Florida.
Okay, fuck Florida. Yeah, I
mean,
fine.
we're
You're
talking
right,
about
you're right.
winners. I mean, like they keep the
They're
team.
They're never gonna lose. Outside of that, I think
No, they're not.
Vegas. I think you got to be ecstatic. I think they're making kind of the smart moves here. Really, I know
Absolutely.
it takes away
Yes.
all it does is essentially you're paying him $9 million cap, and you made that trade. Because you got rid of Wah, who's making 3. So you gave him 12. You're paying Marner 9.
Yep, it works.
It's gonna
works out. We'll see. All right, let's go to baseball. Last 15 minutes or so, we'll talk some baseball. Yankees don't look good. It's not good.
They mentally look checked out. If Trent Grisham was my center fielder, dude, I would be pissed. That guy, why is he so nonchalant? You guys have lost 10 games in a row, and he's just out here
He's been doing that forever here.
It would make me mad.
But it's just they don't do the things that winning teams do. There's no I hate to sound like a fucking loser and a WFAN caller, but they don't just hit for contact. It's all power.
Yeah.
It's they're taking the minute they face good pitching, it just doesn't go well. And it's just
the bullpen's falling off the rails.
Yeah, the bullpen's not good. Luke Weaver was originally supposed to be out 4 to 6 weeks, and then came back in 2, and then has been terrible.
I love.
And then he's
did
like,
you hear
"No,
Keith
I'm good."
In the booth, he's like, "Well, he didn't mean to say it like this, but he was like, off the loser, Luke Weaver. He meant the loser of the game." But he was the loser, Luke Weaver, and everyone's like, "Oh, this guy's just calling him out."
Yeah, but and now the whole thing with Jazz Chisholm, he didn't play yesterday because his shoulder was sore. You're having him play third base, which he's not a primary third baseman because you want to accommodate to DJ LeMahieu, who is I wince every time I see him play baseball.
Yeah,
I wince.
He can't really move and
No.
It looks uncomfortable.
Juan Soto, the janitor almost threw him out from right field.
I know.
On a janitor throw.
And if you're
not good.
You're a Yankee fan now too. You're looking at Toronto, who's 9-1 in their last 10, who just jumped you in the standings by 3 games.
Man.
The Rays, who suck, you're tied with the Rays now, and they're 4-6 in their last 10.
Yeah. Well, the thing with the Rays is this is part of their gauntlet road schedule because they had to front load all their home games because of how hot it gets in Tampa.
Oh, jeez.
So the majority of their games for the rest of the year are on the road. It's
not like any of their home games are home games. They're playing at fucking Steinbrenner, so it's not really like it's anything.
Yeah, that's also true. I think the Rays they're in Detroit. They're taking on the Tigers, who look very good. This is insane. All right, at Minnesota, at Detroit, at Boston, and then they're back home against Baltimore and Chicago. But there's just what is there to fix here? I just think he can't play. He can't play. And I know you have Oswald Peraza, but he's not a big league.
I think really I don't know. Well, Dominguez is turning on a little bit offensively, but
Dominguez has been great. Cody Bellinger's been great.
Yeah, but this
he's been hitting 3 this month.
Plug and fill old guy thing that you guys have been doing for a little while. It just doesn't seem like that's the answer. And you were banking on a lot of these young guys to show out, and Volpe, come on, what are we doing? If he wasn't a Yankee fan, I would try and get him off the team now.
He's awful. I'd get him off of the team immediately. I don't care if he was a Yankee fan. He's fucking terrible.
If he can't field, then what can he do? Because he can't hit.
His approach at the plate is just so there's no he's trying to hit for power when he has never hit for power ever.
If he can't even hit the ball. I know he had a home run against the Mets, but I don't even know who was pitching. Was it Pop? I mean, Zach Pop. Come on. So
I think it was.
No, he got it off Brazenbaum? No, was it Lovejoy?
Lovelady?
Lovelady, whatever.
It was Dickey?
Maybe. Who cares?
It was Dickey.
Exactly.
Yeah,
who knows?
Did you see his dad?
Oh, yeah, with the Mets fan? Yeah.
God, what a rough week. God. Tough week if you're Anthony Volpe. Also, I will just find it very funny I will find it hysterical. Because Aaron Boone's managing the American League this All-Star game.
Is he really? I didn't even know that.
I would just find it so fun. Yeah, well, because the Yankees won.
Oh, right.
In case you didn't know, the Yankees won the pennant.
Right. Forgot.
Yeah, I honestly forgot about that as well. I also like to forget about that. But anyway, how funny would it be if he just played Jazz Chisholm at second in the All-Star game, and then at first game back from the All-Star break, they just plug him in.
You might have to. I mean, maybe.
I'll die. Like, that is just so... the playing guys out of position and, like, just expecting things to happen is just, like, I don't understand. I don't understand
Bellinger's been great in the outfield, but, like, dude, he is, like, he's an elite first baseman.
That play that he made in left field...
The double play was unbelievable.
Season-saving play.
Unbelievable, but...
Like, that could honestly be the season-saving play.
You got, like, 2 Gold Glove first basemen. Has Goldschmidt really been, like... He's been okay.
The analytics have shown that he's been very unlucky, so I'm not necessarily worried about him.
Yeah,
but Bellinger, I mean, as the months have gone by, he's gotten so much better. 122 weighted runs created plus 2.5 WAR. I know the team's gotten worse, but like I know we
no,
win,
but that's what I'm saying. So it's like, is it really just got to go get pitching, or is like
yeah, you got to go get pitching, you got to go get a third baseman. That's really what it is. And now you lose. Oh my god, you lose Clark Schmidt for the rest of the year, and all of next year too, likely. Hang on, my freaking mic just broke. But yeah, like there's really. Oh my god, is this really?
And like the starting pitching, it's Rodon got jumped on.
Rodon
early, and then Fried had
a
good start, but again, like it got towards the later innings, and it wasn't that good.
Marte was giving him hell.
It's a Marte. Starling Marte is unbelievable. Yeah. He is so fucking hot right now. He got his average up to 275.
Yeah. Like, I mean, same with Dominguez.
Yeah.
Dominguez is hitting like 277.
280 now after that game.
280, yeah. But I will say that the lineup on Sunday was more of a defensively focused lineup. And
yeah, but
I think Boone sort of like the runs will come. It's a bullpen game.
More than a bullpen game. That was a AAA ball club game. Like, I wouldn't even be happy with 6. You guys should have scored 100.
Yeah, like, that's what I was saying. I was like, I could get excited about this win, but, like, this is against the Mets AAA pitching staff.
It was unbelievable. I mean, I could run down the names of guys that pitched that. If you want to get a jersey of one of these guys, they're never going to play again. Yeah, he's got
Pop.
Zach Pop. That's a guy who's never going to pitch in the majors again. Waddell pitched. Rosenbaum. Garcia. This is
oh my god. Yeah, but they're trying to think he was trying to think like defensively, like this is who I need. And it was like, all right, Bellinger in left, I think he's only played like 50 games in his career in left field, and he was able to make that play. Oof.
Unbelievable catch.
That was nice. So now when the trade, and I also like what the bullpen did. Like Tim Hill was attacking hitters, drawing ground balls, and able to get that unassisted double play for Goldschmidt. And then, Devin Williams, now granted, that fucking call over there was pretty bad, but like my excuse...
I mean, both of them were pretty fucking... The second one pissed me off because he's just spiting him for that one.
Yes. But like, my thing was, Aaron Judge got a pretty horseshit call that last half inning. And then now Hayden Senger or was it Terrence?
It was Terrence.
Terrence is getting that call, and then like Mendoza's complaining is like, well, I gave the best hitter in baseball,
but it's
remotely that same.
It's a 2-run game.
The third pitch was a
that
fuck
was to
you.
spite him.
He was complaining more about the second pitch. Yes,
it was. I mean, and then I love what he did though. Kick that dirt all over the fucking plate.
Yeah. No, it was bound to happen. One of them was going to get ejected eventually. And then, Devin Williams, he went after every pitcher that the Mets had and went after Lindor. I liked it. Was able to avoid Soto with a runner on. Liked it a lot. I liked what I saw from the Yankees yesterday. Will it continue? Who knows? But Seattle's coming off 3 straight tossing 3 straight shutouts against the Pirates.
Say I don't
who's even due to pitch? It's Gilbert. I don't think they have an announced starter for Wednesday, and Brian Wu. Oh God,
it should be Evans on Wednesday.
Jesus. Okay. And we got Schlittler on Wednesday. Cam Schlittler. We're like second best pitching prospect.
There you go.
I love it. I think he's great. I'm excited to see what the kid. Honestly, like now watch him get shelled. When I say this, I think this is like the perfect like game for him to be in because the Mariners don't. I mean, I know there's Cal Raleigh, but like outside of Cal Raleigh, I don't think anyone on the Mariners can really hit.
Yeah, but this is a huge series for you. This is like a wild card divisional kind of.
It's important for the wild. It's important for the wild card.
Both kind of need it.
Yeah, we desperately need it. So we'll see. Let's go to the trade deadline for the Yankees because there's a guy in mind that I want. And there's
Suarez.
It's going to take a lot to get him. And I know that, 28 home runs, 41 weighted runs created plus. I mean, it would make the offense better. And I know he's the popular pick, but like, do we go with McMahon? Like,
no, I think you go ahead and get.
But here's the thing. It seems like the last couple of deadlines, the Yankees have gotten hitters. They've gotten hitters that fit the Yankee Stadium mold, where it's like, okay, he's a lefty. He can utilize the short porch. The thing with McMahon,
It's like all they got, though, value-wise. They're going to want a lot.
But, like, it's Colorado.
True.
It's Colorado. Like, you don't really have to give up anything. He would feel sort of rejuvenated in that he's now, like, competing for a playoff spot with the Yankees. And plus, he's a lefty, and he can utilize that short porch, and his defensive, I believe his defensive numbers are pretty good at third. Let me look up the baseball savant and see if I see red.
Yeah, as of July 3rd, the Yankees have checked in on All-Star McMahon. 2024 All-Star McMahon.
Yeah,
they've been all over him.
Yeah, it's a good pickup.
Yeah,
like it would be a pretty good pickup. I have to find the baseball savant page, and now I can't find it. There we go. Let's see. Defensive fielding run value, 78. Average exit velocity, 96 percentile. Like, if he can hit the ball hard, I think that it could be good. But now don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind Eugenio Suarez.
I mean, who would?
Would not mind him at all. Like, who wouldn't mind him? But if the Diamondbacks are asking for too much, like we saw what Spencer Jones is doing in AAA right now, he's the biggest boomer bust prospect in a while.
You kind of needed to pan out, don't you?
Yeah, we do need him to pan out desperately. But yeah, we'll see. I just think that losing that 6 in a row is just so brutal,
especially because you're doing it at a time the Blue Jays are getting so hot. It's like,
and they're at like they play the White Sox, like they're gonna win even more.
And you got swept by it. Like it's not good.
Yeah, they're good. Like the pitching, I
George
fear
Springer
that
just fucking hates you, dude.
Dude, Springer.
He just hates you.
And I thought it was like, this is it. Like, it's over. And then he just fucking goes off. Like,
those games were terrible, by the way, too. They were like they were great games to watch, but like from just like a baseball, he was like, what are we doing? Pass ball to lose in that one game after Judge gets a 2-run homer to bring it back. Like,
yep.
Didn't make sense.
Yep.
Flip it to the Mets side of things, who they've been targeting. Mitch Keller, kind of his name's been getting thrown around a little bit. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, the thing for the Mets for me is really, I think they need to bolster up the bullpen first and foremost, get that done. It's just not going to take much to get just a middle lefty reliever that's not great, but someone who can just give you innings. But for the starting pitching, I think Senga's supposed to come back this week. Minaya could be coming back this week. You lose, what's his face, tearing his Achilles.
Oh,
yeah,
Griffin
Canning. So it's, you bring in another starter because I don't want to see Paul Blackburn pitch to you.
No, I don't. I saw him pitch, believe me.
So I think that'd be a good pickup.
If I were a Met fan, I wouldn't want to see him pitch.
But I think they'd be a decent pickup. You probably don't have to give it too much either. The way the Pirates are, kind of stink. They kind of stink.
Oh, no, speaking of the Pirates, Ke'Bryan Hayes would be good defensively.
Yeah.
But I just don't like
I wouldn't want the bat
offensive production from third base.
The Mets, Mets went off the rails and they get like Byron Buxton. I'd be like, holy shit, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, Jesse Winker, though.
Nationals.
Jesse Winker, real quick.
Oh, Jesse Winker coming back.
Syracuse last night.
Yeah. Nationals fire Dave Martinez and Mike Rizzo.
I mean, like,
they have here's the thing, though. The draft's in a week, and you have the first pick.
And
I'm guessing that they heard who we wanted to take, and it was not one of the two possibilities.
Yeah, and ownership's mind.
At one, and they were like, and ownership was like, we've seen your drafting track record. Let's get the only
good prospects we got.
And him and Martinez. Yeah, that's really what it is. Like, Dylan Cruz has been terrible in the bigs. Like, god awful.
But they're, again, like, they have good guys, just they are not very good, so.
Yes, they're not good. And, there's just so many, issues with him. Like, the Strasburg contract.
Sold his soul for a World Series. He blew his arm
Sold his soul for a World Series. Yeah, really. Who else? He didn't draft good.
Didn't
the whole Dave Martinez thing.
Lefty they gave money that sucked.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my gosh. This is going to bother me.
Is he still on the team?
Maybe. I don't think so. Patrick Corbin.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. He's with the Rangers now. Yeah. He was terrible.
Terrible. $100 million year deal.
Every signing and
Zimmerman was bad.
I also love the Yankee fans. I love the Yankee fans on Twitter that were like, if they can do it, why not just fire Cashman? I was like, do people realize that the furthest that the Nationals have been since they won the World Series, 23 and a half games. Or sorry, the closest they've been, 23 and a half games out of first place. It's not the same situation
at all. Not even remotely close.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
You guys went to the World Series last year.
Traded Aaron Judge.
Yeah, that's what it would be like.
Imagine we traded Aaron Judge and still terrible production.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Now you have an opportunity to go. I mean, we could call James Wood the face of the franchise, but you have a chance to
Who
go
knows if
get
he
a
even
guy
fucking
that you
stays,
compare
though?
James
Let's be
Wood
honest.
with.
Like, who knows if he stays?
Yeah, that's also true. Who knows? I mean, they're promoting from within, which can be somewhat. And I know ownership doesn't really give them that much leeway, but
We'll see.
I don't know. And plus, the whole Dave Martinez thing with him being like, it's not really on the coaching. It's
Yeah, my
all the
players. Yeah, like, all right.
Yeah,
I guess.
that ship that ran its course, and I just feel like as soon as Rizzo said that he wasn't firing Martinez after that, they just became a package deal. There's very few managers and GMs that are package deals,
and that's one of them.
Like Arizona's GM, I don't see him firing Torey Lavillo any day of the week. I don't see Chris Young firing Bruce Bochy any day of the week. And I don't see Aaron Boone. I don't see Brian Cashman firing Aaron Boone anytime soon, if I'm being honest. Unless if they don't make the playoffs while Judge is healthy. So I think that was Boone's one saving grace, was that the 1 year that we didn't make the playoffs in 23, Aaron Judge was hurt. So it was just like, all right.
That was the problem.
So that was the issue. But we'll see. That's baseball, really. That's all I got. All right, moving on. What I saw. I'll go first. For once, I'll go first. We have a college basketball game coming out in 2028. Like, this is...
Yeah.
As soon as I'm done editing
but
it's a wait. Same with the college football. It's the same time frame when they announced they were making a college football game, and now it's this. But woo, I'm excited. I'm so excited. I was so excited for college football. As many of you know, college basketball is like my sport.
it is.
Like easily any day, any week of the year. College basketball is my sport, and now I can be the head coach at Siena. I'm
gonna take the Riverhawks to the NCAA tournament, Stan.
Oh yeah, shit! Forgot they're
taking down Vermont, dude. Fuck
basketball.
Vermont.
Oh yeah, they're fucking good though. The Catamounts.
We play them every year in the final. We lose.
Yeah, that is true. But like the funny thing with that is, and now like 2K is trying to get involved. And now like they may be like,
they're gonna ruin it.
My question is, how are they going to do like the one and done thing? Because I would assume that like you would recruit a 5-star freshman, he'd be a 99 overall.
I think that probably would have to be.
That makes the most sense, because you can't just be like recruiting a freshman, he's a 70.
I think like a 5-star probably started like an 88 or something, unless it's like Cooper Flag. But like
88 as the year goes on.
You progressively get better.
Yeah. And then you're like, hey, here's $13 million. Stay.
NIL. Yeah. There's
hotline. The NIL the NIL is going to be dangerous.
Well, now that there's NIL and all these, you think, and we'll get to a certain point where I'm playing like NCAA golf, or like I'm playing like.
I think baseball is next.
Baseball.
I think baseball is next. I think
all three of them had a game. I don't know if NCAA hockey ever had one. I don't know if I'm sure NCAA golf.
I don't think hockey had one.
Sure, golf did.
Yeah, there was no way.
Soccer, no,
absolutely not. No way. But I think there was a lacrosse thing.
They made but they've had so many lacrosse, like one and done lacrosse games. There was like Paul Rabel, like, but it was lacrosse 17 or something.
Casey Powell lacrosse 16. I remember
something like that.
I think it was more of like how do I put it? I'm blanking. They had like the rights to the school, but they gave them like different names because they didn't fully have them. Like
so it was like a partial thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a partial thing.
RBI baseball,
college. Yeah, hey. RBI Baseball 14 on the iPad was outstanding.
Yeah, and then they dropped it on the PS4, and it was the worst game ever.
It was terrible.
I remember people with Xboxes were like, we need this. It's the only game we have because we don't have MLB The Show. And I was like, good luck.
Good luck with that. Yep. So as soon as I'm done editing this episode and uploading, I am ready to lock in on my dynasty.
Attaboy.
Who should I've decided who I've started with. I didn't want to do JMU again, just because like I didn't want to be like repetitive.
Who you picking?
Starting with a Middle Tennessee State.
I was gonna say like FIU or something, but I don't even know if they have a football team.
Yeah, I did want to do FIU just because they have Pitbull Stadium, but I don't know. Middle Tennessee, maybe I don't know. I'm still up in the air with it.
I have offers from multiple schools. I got to make my decision.
Yeah, that's where. Yeah, I just gotta like bulk up the head coaching job. Yeah. Still though, I thought I was gonna like build JMU into a dynasty. Like that's what I was like thinking going into it, and then I was like, let me just like be me as a coach, and then just like see where it goes. And then I went from offensive coordinator at Michigan for 2 years, went back to back in the national championship, and then jumped to TCU. Where I consistently won the Big 12, made it to the playoff, but never got that national title. And then I went to Alabama.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I just became three-peated there. Fun fact.
There you go.
Three-peated.
There you go.
Yeah, I think I ended 25 with 2 as an offensive coordinator, 1, 2, 7 titles.
Guy left with a bunch of rings, bunch of trophies.
Yeah, 7 rings. 7 rings in college football 25. Tim, you're what I saw.
It's another video game, actually. For any of you skate fans out there, they're doing like limited drop and releases of like.
Are they remaking it?
Skate 4 is coming out, buddy. Not remaking it, a new game. New game's coming out. So they're doing like early access drops at certain points. You sign up for a code and they give it to like a certain number of people, and then another more. They keep progressively giving it to more people. So I signed up for that. Me and my brother hoping we'll get it. That'll be probably when I buy a PS5 because I want to play that game all the time. So
I'm sticking with the Xbox, unfortunately.
Well, you know what? I meant just like next gen console. I don't really care. I have my PS4 in my school. Like I don't even play video games that much anymore. I don't really have time. I'll probably get an Xbox cheaper. Probably just get that. I literally just need it to play Skate. Like I don't need it for anything else. I just want to play Skate. Yeah. So
for me, once MLB The Show went to Xbox, I was
whatever's the cheaper console.
Whichever one was cheaper, I didn't really care. Yeah, but
maybe I'll see. Maybe I'll see if there's any Xbox. Which one do you have? Xbox?
I have the One S or the Xbox Series S, the one without like the disc, like
the slimmer one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the slimmer
Xbox
one.
Series S. It's only 300 and.
Yeah, it's not bad.
314 at Walmart. Maybe I'll just buy it. Whatever.
Yeah, who knows?
Maybe I'll buy that. I'll just like after one day at work, I'll just be like, yeah, I'll go buy this.
Yeah, why not? All right, good episode. Yeah, very good episode.
Not a bad. I can't believe we got through all that basketball in 30 minutes. I thought that was gonna take like an hour and a half.
Yeah, that was because last episode weren't we like almost well into the draft?
Yeah, we were.
Like 45 minutes in. Yeah, it was bad. Okay. All right, that's going to wrap it up. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Be sure to like our YouTube videos. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure to leave a comment on our videos. Be sure to follow us and rate us on Spotify.
5 stars?
5 stars only. We will see you guys next week. We've officially, I think it's officially time to say, we've officially entered the dog days. We are on the countdown for football. I think once the NBA draft's over and like the offseason kind of makes its way through
because of the All-Star break, like we're really gonna have nothing on.
Yeah, we're gonna have nothing. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad news. We'll find a way. We'll find a way. We'll get through it. All right. Peace out, folks. Gonna go play some college football.
I'm going kayaking.
Can't wait. Oh wow. All right. Peace out, guys. See you guys.